Ever seen a bridge so insane that it feels like humans somehow tricked gravity? Well, stick around, because today we're ranking the 10 best bridges in the world, from pretty cool all the way up to jaw-dropping. And trust me, number 1 is so wild it makes every other bridge look like a Lego toy. We're not just talking about bridges you drive across on your way to work. Nope. These are bridges that changed engineering forever, broke world records, or became icons of entire countries. And I promise that you've probably heard of some, but a few on this list will completely surprise you. Let's count them down. This one doesn't need to be the longest or tallest to make the list. Why? Because it looks like DNA. Literally. The Helix Bridge is a pedestrian bridge shaped like a double helix. Twisting stainless steel spirals lit up with colorful LED lights at night. Imagine walking across a science experiment, except instead of textbooks, you've got views of Singapore's Marina Bay skyline. Not the biggest, but definitely one of the most unique designs out there. Yep, this is the one everyone confuses with London Bridge. Tower Bridge is that dramatic drawbridge with 2 massive Gothic towers and a roadway that actually lifts to let ships pass underneath. Built in 1894, it was a masterpiece of Victorian engineering, mixing function with style. Here's the fun part. Originally, it was powered by steam engines. Can you imagine giant pistons cranking this thing open like a steampunk movie scene? Nicknamed the coat hanger because of its huge arch, this bridge isn't just a way to cross Sydney Harbour. It's the soul of the city. Opened in 1932, it's still the widest, long-span bridge in the world. And here's the kicker. You can actually climb it. Yes, strapped into a harness, tourists literally hike up the steel arch with the Sydney Opera House in the background. Talk about a bucket list selfie. Now we're moving into endurance mode. The Causeway in Louisiana stretches for nearly 24 miles. And the craziest part? Most of it is over open water. Imagine driving straight for almost 40 minutes with nothing but lake on either side. It feels like you're floating. At one point, you can't even see land. For years it held the record as the world's longest bridge over water. If you're afraid of endless horizons, maybe don't try this one at night. This bridge doesn't win awards for looks. It's not flashy, but in terms of scale, absolute monster. At 157 kilometers long, it's basically a city on stilts. Built for Taiwan's high-speed rail, the viaduct isn't just long, it's earthquake-proof. Engineers designed it so the train can stop safely during a quake. Imagine coordinating something that big and still preparing it for natural disasters. That's next-level planning. This one's almost like a riddle. Is it a bridge, a tunnel? Both? Well, it's a 55-kilometer mega project connecting 3 major cities. It's got overwater sections, artificial islands, and even a tunnel that dips under the sea to let ships pass. The whole thing cost about $20 billion to build. That's not just a bridge, that's a man-made superhighway across the ocean. Here's where things get crazy. The Akashi Kaikyō, or Pearl Bridge, has the longest central suspension span in the world, almost 2 kilometers between towers. That's like laying down 20 football fields in a row, with nothing holding them up but cables. And those cables? Each one is made of over 300,000 individual wires. The bridge even had to be redesigned mid-construction after an earthquake shifted the towers by a full meter. Yet it still stands today. That's Japanese engineering for you. Okay, now we're in icon territory. The Golden Gate isn't the biggest anymore, but it's definitely the most recognizable. Finished in 1937, its orange-red towers rise out of the San Francisco fog like something out of a dream. Here's the wild part. Back then, people thought building a suspension bridge across that windy tidal strait was impossible. But not only did they pull it off, they finished it ahead of schedule and under budget. That almost never happens in construction. If you thought Taiwan's viaduct was long, this one makes it look like child's play. The Danyang Kunshan Grand Bridge is officially the longest bridge in the world, 164.8 kilometers. Yes, you heard that right. That's basically driving from New York City to Philadelphia on nothing but bridge. It took 4 years, 10,000 workers, and cost $8.5 billion. It's so massive, satellites can clearly pick it out from space. This isn't just a bridge, it's art. Rising over the Tarn Valley in southern France, the Millau Viaduct is the tallest bridge in the world, with one mast reaching higher than the Eiffel Tower. Driving across feels like you're flying through the clouds. Designed by Norman Foster, it's a mix of elegance and engineering perfection. Here's why it wins the top spot. It doesn't just connect two sides of a valley. It redefines what humans can build without ruining the beauty of nature. The perfect mix of brains, brawn, and beauty. But here's the problem with ranking bridges. Every single one of them solves a challenge we humans weren't supposed to beat. Distance, storms, earthquakes, oceans, valleys. Bridges are more than just concrete and steel. They're proof that we refuse to let nature block us in. So, which bridge blew your mind the most? Drop it in the comments, and if you love crazy feats of engineering, hit that subscribe button.